So Hulu just dropped a brand new horror movie that has to do with alien invasion or alien like home invasion specifically. And I'll be honest, when I first saw that this movie was coming out, my first thought was this movie's gonna be just like another Signs movie, you know, type of thing. And like I did get excited, but at the same time not, because like, you know, even though I do like Signs, it's not one of my favorite movies, you know. So, you know, when I found out that there was gonna be this new alien horror movie coming out on Hulu, I didn't even watch the trailer, which like you guys would have seen me do a reaction on my TikTok, which by the way, I do trailer reactions on my TikTok. Go ahead and follow. I didn't even like look up the trailer for this movie or at all I knew was that this movie is coming out on Hulu, and I just watched it literally today, and I have a couple opinions. I don't want to make this video too long because I feel like there's not too much to say about this movie, but I will go ahead and just say that there will obviously be spoilers in this, okay? So if you haven't seen the movie yet, just know that there are spoilers, okay? The first thing I want to get off the bat with this movie, I love that this movie definitely like gets to the point. Like, it's one of those movies that like it doesn't spend so much time in the beginning like introducing you to this character, seeing what this character's lifestyle is like, you know, like getting to know the character, getting to know the atmosphere. It does all that within like maybe the first like 20 minutes or so, and then it instantly gets to the point. Like we instantly, like, first of all, let me just go ahead and say this movie starts off with this girl who's like she's very like shy, like awkward, and like very antisocial, but obviously you can tell literally from the beginning that she's most likely been through some type of trauma, because of the fact that like she hardly ever talks. Like she never really talks in this movie. Like, yeah, she says a couple things, but like she's not a talker. Like she doesn't really talk, so you know she's been through trauma. We instantly learned that her mom passed away in the beginning, and then we get to see what she's like living alone. She lives in the middle of nowhere. She's by herself. She has this big beautiful house, nice property, all to herself. We get all that within the first 20 minutes, and you also get to see how like the neighbors are like kind of like mean to her. Like they're all kind of weird, you know, like neighbors and like people in public, like they're all very mean to her, and it kind of makes you wonder like what is it with this girl, you know what I mean? Like, first of all, like, yeah, we get it, she's been through some trauma, she's antisocial, but like why are these people so mean to her, you know? And that same night, alien breaks into her house, okay, which by the way, I gotta say, this is probably one of like the creepiest like alien monster type of creature movie, because one thing that I will say that I will give like props to for the aliens was that I love that all these aliens, they run at you, you know. It's not like creepy little peeks behind the wall type of thing. And that's another thing I will say about this movie that I absolutely love. This movie did not hesitate to show you guys what the aliens look like. I'm most likely gonna keep bringing up Signs because it's one of like the most popular like alien type of movies, but Signs, when I first saw that movie, I was kind of disappointed with the fact that like, yeah, I know it's an alien movie, but like why did I wait until like the end of the movie to know we're dealing with aliens, you know what I mean? And this movie, it instantly shows you this is what the creature looks like, this is what's going on, it's an alien, you know what I mean? And it shows with the aliens. So like that's something I love, is that I love to admire like the design of this creature and the monster and like this alien. I mean, yeah, the alien kind of looks like your stereotypical like gray alien with like the really super skinny body, short, big round head, you know, gray body, you know. It's basically the stereotypical alien, you know what I mean? But I love that this movie not only had one alien, there was multiple, right? Because like the first one, I'm pretty sure like dies, so like there's multiple aliens. They all stand creepy, they all walk creepy at you. Some of them have long, you know, limbs, long arms, long legs, you know. And one thing too is I absolutely love the design of their feet. That sounds weird. When it comes to this alien, these feet were magnificent because of how creepy, how scary, how different. It was different, you know what I mean? Like most aliens, you assume their feet are just flat feet, kind of like how humans, they most likely just probably don't have toes, or maybe they have like 2 toes, that's it. These aliens had like little walkers. Like they had like their like these were their feet, right? These were their feet, and they would walk with their little, like their feet had feet, you know. That's what I'm trying to say, like their feet had like little feet. I absolutely loved that. I thought that was really cool, and I love that you got to see that up close. I know I'm sounding weird to most of you guys, okay, but like I love admiring like the design of this alien. Like I loved seeing like, you know, how they made this thing, you know, and it wasn't just a stereotypical alien. I love that they always got to like do a little bit of their own thing with it, you know. As far as for the main character, Brent, played by Caitlin Dever, I honestly thought she was, first of all, I think she's a really pretty actress. I don't think I've ever seen her in anything else, with this actress in it. So this was definitely like my first time ever like seeing this actress like on the screen and like seeing her work. And I thought she was really pretty, and I thought she did a really good job at like playing this like socially awkward character. And like, you know, you can just tell she's going through so much, you know what I mean? But I mean, she has a ball living alone. Like I think that's what we all want, is to like be able to live alone at peace. She definitely has a good time with that. As far as like how like, you know, seeing her like deal with these aliens, and then like also dealing with like society itself, like it was definitely a lot for this type of character, and I genuinely feared for her, you know. Even just seeing how, you know, anxious she got to pick up the phone and call 911, which, you know, she clearly doesn't do, you know what I mean? One thing I will say that I definitely didn't really like was, or I don't know, like it kind of bothered me, was the scene where she tries to go to the police station, and like everyone is looking at her weird. Like everyone's turning to look at her walking to the police station. Like I don't understand these people, you know. And like she walks in, and this like lady just like spits at her, and then she walks away, and everyone's just like mad at her, you know what I mean? And then we get these like scenes where like you can see like imprints of like circles like around like people's property, like, and it's not even just in her house, like it's all over the town. Like there's a wide shot of like all the like the fields and all that, and you can see all the circle imprints of like just circles on the grass. And I did question that. I was like, that's obviously going to be answered later, but like I want to know, what is that, you know what I mean? And obviously it was definitely the mark that the UFOs would leave whenever they would like abduct people and all that, which I will say, when they abduct people, it kind of looks freaky, like it looks weird. One thing I didn't like was how cheesy it looked after she got abducted, you know, because they have abducted people in this town, and specifically the people that were mean to her. They abducted them, and they had this like parasite in their body, which was basically the alien taking over their body, and it would send these people like after her and whatnot. And so, you know, it was really scary, and it even tried to get inside of her. And then I was pissed because of this scene specifically. I knew damn well this movie was not gonna try to tell me that this all happened in her dream, right? Because it kind of did that at first. It tried to convince me that all this movie was a dream, but luckily that was not the case. I swear to God, I was so close to turning the TV off. I was like, I know people did not hype up this movie just to let me know it was all a dream. I was about to get so heated. I was about to turn it off, give it no stars on Letterboxd, and talk so much crap on here, but luckily that's not the case. Okay, so let's get back on track. One of my absolute favorite scenes, and it definitely had to do with like a sort of a jump scare, but not really if you think about it, was the scene where she's like hiding underneath a desk, and she turns around, and by the time she looks back, there's already an alien under the desk with her, staring at her. And I just thought that definitely got like a little like jump out of me, you know. Like it was definitely cool. Like I loved that scene so much. So oh my God, I love a good alien horror, you know what I mean? Like I wish there was more, you know. I haven't really seen a good alien movie probably since Nope, and I'm talking about the horror genre, okay? But like as far as like alien horror movies, I haven't really seen a good one probably since Nope. So I'm glad we got another one. Okay. For all this movie, I mean, it was pretty creepy. You know, it had my moments where I was a little, you know, a little nervous for this character of Bryn. I'm really proud of her for like coming out of her comfort zone though, because she definitely like had a good time in the end of the movie. You know, she was more out, she knew how to smile properly, you know, and she wasn't so antisocial like she used to be. And I mean, the aliens are still out there, so there's a good chance that we might get a second movie. And you know what, even if we don't, I'd be okay with it, because this movie was pretty good in my opinion. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little review of the movie. I didn't even tell you what this movie was called. I'm sure you guys all know what it was called. It's called No One Will Save You. It's exclusively on Hulu, so you know, go watch it. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any opinions. Did you guys think this movie was garbage? Did you love this movie? Were you in between? Were you confused? Any type of thing you want to let me know. What was your favorite scene? Anything that I didn't cover, leave it in the comments. You guys already know. And if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and check out some of my other videos. Okay, like I said in my last video, I do want to do these like movie reviews every now and then whenever I like watch something, so don't expect these like every week, you know what I mean? But if you're a fan of my makeup videos and my femboy transition videos, then definitely tune in every single weekend to watch my newest one. Okay, anyways, I will see you guys next time. Bye.